All right, Leo, welcome in to April 2024. Wow. In a blink of an eye. I hope all y'all are doing great. Let's see what's coming in for you. We do have some things going on in April. I'll discuss it more in the extended, but we do have a Mercury retrograde in Aries. So that's happening starting on April 1st. Ha ha. And then we have Jupiter Uranus squaring in, conjuncting in Taurus, 21 degrees Taurus. So Leo, if you have anything at 21 degrees Leo, you are going to be squaring that conjunction. So what that means is that anything you have around 21 degrees of Leo is going to be put under some pressure to change. All right. So your values may come under some kind of pressure, your belief systems, you might need your own creativity to sort of work around whatever's going to be happening in April. So let's see. Like I said, I'll talk more about that later, but let's get going with what the reading wants to show you right now. Wow. Okay. Shadow. New life. Trust. Anything that has been recently, and it might step up in this next month, anything that has been showing you your own shadow or the shadow of other people, if you have been seeing other people's ego, other people's selfishness, or their, whatever is dark in them. All right. If you have been seeing other people's shadow, if it has been reflecting to you, if you're seeing it for a reason, first of all, and then whatever's going on in your life, if you're seeing your own shadow, this is a wake-up call to start working on healing that right now. I do feel like this square that I'm talking about, anything, like I said, anything at 21 degrees Leo is going to be squaring, meaning 90 degrees away from 21 degrees Taurus. Where Jupiter, the great benefic, is busy conjuncting Uranus. So Uranus is like this sense of change through rebellion, okay? Change through rebellion. So it's not necessarily a lighthearted change, although that square, two negatives can make it more positive. I'm being the most optimistic Sagittarius I can be right now. But I'm just saying to you that what is trying to come through is a new life. So if you are dealing with any kind of adversity right now, if you are dealing with any kind of struggles, it's almost like you need to shift your perspective on this, Leo, and be like, you know what? This is here to help me. This is here to help me. So any kind of backsliding in a relationship, any kind of difficulties with a twin flame, or any kind of problems in other kinds of relationships, like, your soulmates or karmics or anything like that, anything that's coming in right now or has been here for a while it's always true that it's for your benefit, but I feel like somehow more now. So we'll clarify that as we go through the reading. But there's something, it's either a louder expression of your own, the parts of you that you're not owning up to, or not wanting to look at, or not wanting to heal, or those expressions in other people. So I'll give you an example. So somebody that maybe a long time in your life, you kind of dismissed their narcissism, their toxicities, their bullying behavior as, well, it's not that big a deal. They're really a kind person at heart. And that all might be true. But I feel like at some point in this time period that we're dealing with right now, which is March, April, May, which is a big, big change in energy, a lot of you are going to be seeing the realities of people and being asked to accept them. And sometimes we want someone to be good or kind or generous or scholarly or interesting or, caring or loving. And we excuse some really big red flags around that because we want that so much. We want that person to be the person we want them to be. Some of you are going to go, you know what? He's a bully. You know what? She's dishonest. And it's very useful to be able to accept people for what they're showing you. When people tell you who they are, believe them. I know a lot of us want other people, certain people especially, our parents or our siblings or our friends or our lovers, our husbands, our wives, our bosses. We want them to be a certain person because we've signed up with them as a soulmate before we were born to have this contract. And so sometimes we're not really looking at who we're dealing with. Okay, so underneath 4 of Wands, that's a message for somebody here. 4 of Wands, 7 of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, the 7 of Wands, and the 2 of Swords. I get this 2 of Pentacles, la, la, la. Okay, so there's a lot of delay tactics going on here. Some of you have waited a really long time for this person that you're dealing with to come to their senses, that this is your twin flame. This is your person. This is who you're supposed to be with, right? And you're just waiting and waiting and waiting and expecting them to access that knowledge or, oh yeah, that's right, you're my person. And I just feel like they're resisting it for some reason. We'll go deeper into this a little bit later. The 2 of Pentacles, they're just resisting it, and you're resisting seeing who this person is. You could be resisting your own lessons around that, right? Like maybe you have a contract with this person to show you shadow so that you can accept shadow in other people, or you can accept shadow in yourself so you can work on healing it. We all have it, okay? And people are complex. So I just feel like the faster you embrace this truth that people have shadow and less about being overly optimistic or codependent or trying to wish it away or focusing on one quality that they have. I'm definitely talking to somebody right now. You're focusing on one quality that you admire about this person, and you're missing the bigger picture of this person. So you might be very admiring of the fact that they're good at business. They've been able to amass a fortune, or they've been able to be somebody of stature, but you're missing the bigger picture of like how that happened or what they were willing to do it. Now, this could be a collective message in terms of what we're revering and not revering in terms of people's what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. And I do think that's on the table right now about what's acceptable and what's not acceptable. And I feel like April, just in a big reading for the collective, is that we're going to have to come to terms with the fact that people are complex and accept certain things that may change our opinions of these people, right? You might want to feel like your big sister is somebody who is kind because one time you saw her do some kind thing. Okay. But there's 100 other examples of her not being kind. And so because there are big sis, we kind of like want to hold on to that. But that's not really who that person is. It's almost like that was an outlier. That behavior, that one kind thing you saw, or 3 kind things, whatever it is like outnumbered 25 to 1, 75 to 1, 100 to 1, whatever it is, with behavior that refutes it. And it's like, it's time to accept it. And when we accept things like that, we give ourselves power. And so there's definitely, this could be for somebody who's not just talking about a family member, but talking about a potential love partner that they see as somebody who is really for them, and this person is inert. This person is not doing anything about that. This person is struggling with love. So it doesn't make them a bad person. It's just that they're not to a healed place. I saw that in the morning message the other day. They're just not in a healed place, and they're actively resisting doing any kind of healing about it. So the other thing too is that sometimes people like these things about themselves. They secretly like this about them. So let's say that you have a boss who's a bully, but you signed on to this job because you so respect what they've been able to do in their life. They're so smart, and they're so, canny, and they're so ahead of the curve and all this kind of stuff. But they're a bully. And it's really hard to work with this person. And you dismiss that out of hand as you not being good enough. But they're a bully. That's a real thing. Okay? And so I'm just saying, like, give things their correct weight. Give the bullying behavior more weight than you're giving it right now. Give the lack of kindness more weight, or vice versa. Somebody that you don't like, you're like, nope, that person can't be a good person. That person can't be kind or generous or loving. And you pick out one little thing about them, and then you blow that up as like, see, that's what's known as confirmation bias, is that you only look for evidence that supports what you hope to be true. And that's definitely for somebody. So we're getting the 3 of Wands. That's about expectations. The 4 of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, 8 of Cups, the Hanged Man. That's interesting. The Lover's card, the Fool. There's definitely some movement here. Away. Page of Swords, 3 of Swords. Okay, so there's some acceptance here. I feel like somebody that you think would be a really good partner is showing themselves to be not that good of a person. All right, somebody that you want to be in a relationship with, maybe even married to. Is showing themselves that, like, they're hiding a lot about themselves. Okay, so I feel like you are open to this experience. You're open, and you have this kind of lovingly, they're bathed in some kind of gold light for you. And they show themselves to be someone who's quite not worthy of that adoration that you're giving them. I do see you walking away. I do see you surrendering. Okay, surrendering here, the Hanged Man, making a different choice. And I'm going to say that for some of you, you could have already done this. You could have walked away from somebody who's not all they garner. But you're free. Okay, so you might have walked away from this person already. There's a shift in your energy, a shift. You're seeing the shadow in this other person. You're seeing it. And you're like, okay, maybe that's not the right person for me. Maybe this is not the right path right now. Maybe this person that I am, dealing with, maybe this is even a twin flame. And you're like, you're not in the right energy right now, and you may change, but right now, this is what I see. Turning and walking away. I do feel like that person is going to be brokenhearted when you do that. Okay. I do think there's going to be a broken heart when you do it. And I also think this person is going to try to get you back. So by the time we get to, just know that April 1st, like I said, we have the Mercury retrograde in Aries. So Aries is the energy of me, myself, and I. What do I want? What's important for me? And I almost feel like, because it goes retrograde, there might be some conversation coming up in April that you're like, you know what, this isn't right for me. Or you have that conversation where they show themselves. All this time you've been thinking that because they're dynamic, Aries, right? Because they're amazing or because something about them is important to you, you've really let yourself not understand, not take in the fact that they may need some healing work. Okay, so talk to me about this shadow aspect. This person may also turn out to be, or may show themselves to be a little more ruthless or a little more difficult or a little less healed, right? Very much they know they're hiding some things. They're holding back. They're not showing you who they are wholly, completely. The shadow aspect here. Page of Cups, Five of Cups, King of Wands, and the Four of Cups. This person sees themselves as a King of Wands, but they're really a knight or a page. And I feel like they get a lot of juice from your adoration of them. Okay, from your ability to see them through a certain lens. They also want to see themselves through. They want to see themselves as the King of Wands. Um, but I feel like this person isn't really, you might be stubborn about seeing the truth of that, or this person isn't really showing their full selves to you. Now, what other messages can I get for you, Leo? This is a big story about seeing things clearly, and I do feel like you make a new choice for yourself, this Lover's card. So, what else is going on here for Leo? What else is going on for Leo? Queen of Pentacles. The World. I like this. The Devil card. Oh my goodness. And the Eight of Swords. One more, please. Okay, Wheel of Fortune. This is in your life for you to take better care of yourself, for you to look at yourself and go, okay, well, I'm seeing clearly this person's shadow. For you to look at yourself and go, what about me do I need to work on? Am I too naive where, this Page of Cups reminds me of naivete, right? Am I too naive when it comes to this particular person? Do I think this person deserves my adoration or my love or my support or my codependency, whatever it is? And I feel like this is a destined, fated moment for you, Leo, that says, are you going to stay in this blindfolded trap forever, or are you going to free yourself? And the Queen of Pentacles, if you go toward self-healing, if you go and look at your own shadow, I feel like you do free yourself. Okay, I feel like that's, the Eight of Cups and the Fool card here. The Page of Swords, I do feel like this person suffers because you walk away from them. What's the Three of Swords here? Queen of Swords, Ace of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, and the Queen of Wands. Okay. I was going to say, I think you might be dodging a bullet by not going toward this person anymore, or by saying, like, this isn't for me. I don't think we're in the same place. I think that, there's some things that I'm valuing that I'm not seeing in this relationship. And it's just not, I guess it's just not for me, or maybe this is a bad time or something like that. I feel like this person turns around, you walk away, they let you walk away. I feel like it takes some time for them to come to the realization, because we have the Hanged Man in the middle here. All right, in time for Sagittarius season. Holy poker, that's a long time. Before you can claim it, which means it's happening right now, and November. So we're definitely talking about Sag time, Sag, Capricorn, Scorpio, Sag, Capricorn. So you could be dealing with a Scorpio, a Sag, or a Capricorn, and it's here right now. This choice point, this moment in time is here right now. And I feel like this person is going to be like, wait a second, what are you talking about? Like, I do feel like they're going to come back to you and make some kind of bigger offer. Okay. I do feel like this change that happens in April, it takes this person a while. It takes this person a while for them to figure out that you are the right one for them. Ace of Swords, Ace of Pentacles. So this is Pentacles is about making something real, but we have the 10 of Pentacles and the 10 of Cups. And this is about longevity of happiness. If this is to be something that's happy long term, I don't feel like you can accept the situation as it is. Okay. So let's continue on with this reading. Link is below if you want to continue on with me. And Leo, I will see you over there.
All right, I hope you enjoyed that video. If it was helpful to you, please consider liking this video and sharing it with anybody who might have a need for similar kind of information. And if you like this video, check out these videos.